Hey guys, my name is Sameed and welcome to my channel Sameed Nama, where I like to talk about ideas that I believe in and that I think are worth sharing. So a while ago, I decided to read Jordan Peterson's magnum opus, his book Maps of Meaning. So before usually reading any book, I have this habit of checking out some reviews online. And in doing so for this book, for the book Maps of Meaning, I came across a certain review that pointed at a certain error in the book that I found to be very annoying. And so in this video, I want to talk about this particular error in the book Maps of Meaning. Alright, so let me begin by saying that I've not yet read the whole book. However, Peterson in the book seems to be using Jungian psychology and his expertise in other related disciplines to unravel the structure of the meaning of the stories of Bible and other old scriptures and other narratives, I guess. That's what he's trying to do in the book. However, I can't comment on the specificities of his argument and whether it works or not, simply because of the fact that I lack even a cursory understanding in the subject matter. And moreover, like, I've not really read the book at the moment. I need to, do a read the book properly. But the error that Peterson has made is actually something that I do know something about, and which is why I'm making this particular video. There is a serious error that Peterson has made in his book, and as a student of mathematics, I find this particular error to be extremely annoying. And so I kind of want to talk about this error in this video. So let's just talk about the error. In his chapter titled "The Appearance of Anomaly," Peterson is talking about the paradigmatic nature of the known. In other words, he's discussing how what we know interacts with what we do not know, and how this interaction eventually leads to some sort of paradigm shifts in our worldview. So on page 237 of his book, he makes a very interesting claim. He states, quote, "Gödel's incompleteness theorem demonstrated that any internally consistent and logical system of propositions must necessarily be predicated upon assumptions that cannot be proven from within the confines of that system." What bugs me about this statement is that it's simply incorrect. That's simply not what Gödel's incompleteness theorem states at all. Gödel's theorem simply says that any system of axioms in mathematics using which arithmetic can be done will either be complete or be consistent, but it cannot be both. That is what Gödel's theorem states. By completeness, what we mean is that any true statement is actually provable. Yeah? Any true mathematical proposition within the theory is going to be provable. And by consistency, we mean that if something is demonstrable, then it is true. That means no proofs lead to a conclusion that is actually incorrect. You can also think of it as, so if a proposition P can be proven, then it is definitely the case that not P cannot be proven, right? That is what we mean by consistency. So what Godel showed is that any system of axioms in mathematics can either be complete or it can be consistent, but it cannot be both. Now, this is a very technical theorem, and it's definitely a subject that is discussed in postgraduate mathematics, in master's level mathematics, and it's definitely not anything simple. And so for people who are more interested in this sort of stuff, they should have a look at this excellent video by the YouTuber Veritasium, which I've linked in the description below. And for people who have a more serious interest in the subject, you could have a look at, I feel like the best place to go is to go to University of Oxford website, and there's a particular course by the title of Gödel's incompleteness theorem, which you can totally refer to. The notes over there are available, and yeah, it's a difficult course, but it can be valuable if you want to study these things deeply. Anyway, so the point that I was trying to make is that Peterson is actually misrepresenting Gödel's incompleteness theorem. What he's saying is simply not what Godel said. It is obviously the case that in any deductive system, we would have certain postulates, certain axioms, which we cannot substantiate using the confines of the system, but rather we take for granted. Because otherwise, we will have either the problem of infinite regress, or we will have the problem of circularity of our reasoning, you see? And this has been known to us for a while. The ancient Greeks knew this, and probably the Indian Hindu logicians also knew this. This is not something new. This is not something for which you need to talk about the works of modern giants like Godel and other modern logicians. It's simply not needed. Quite frankly, this has been known for a while. You see, Peterson has stretched himself a bit too thin over here. He's using things that he doesn't understand properly to make his case in the book, and this is a serious problem because he's misrepresenting the actual theorems that he is using. Like that's wrong. But the sad part is that this is not the only time that Peterson is making such errors. He's done the same thing when he talks about Islam, and I've tried to offer my critique of his perspective in one of my other videos, which you can have a look at. Moreover, he did the same thing in his debate with Slavoj Žižek, wherein he did not read the requisite material of Marxist theory, like the standard text. He just simply read the Communist Manifesto and came out all guns blazing. And he was actually, quite frankly, called out for it, although slightly politely, and rightly so perhaps, by Slavoj Žižek. And moreover, he wasn't really familiar with the work of Slavoj Žižek either, like the standard works like The Sublime Object of Ideology or other works. Now, that's not to say that I've read these works, but I plan to, God willing. But it's just that when you're debating Žižek, you should probably be familiar with his work. You just don't simply read the Communist Manifesto and go out all guns blazing as if you were an expert on Marxist theory. And he does similar things with regards to Islam as well. It's kind of problematic, and it's just not academically robust, I would argue. And I'm not particularly a fan of that particular aspect of his work. Now, I hope you do not misconstrue this video as being some sort of a rant against Peterson. I hope you do not think that I'm trying to put him on the spot or anything like that. I'm just trying to offer an honest criticism that I believe is correct. I'm not trying to denigrate his work or anything. It has actually helped me quite a bit. He has excellent knowledge when it comes to his own niche, which is in clinical psychology, Jungian psychology, and other things of that sort. But it's just that sometimes he has this habit of, let's say, getting out of his lane and talking about things that he really doesn't understand. And he even acknowledges that that's the case with him, that he doesn't understand, say, Islam as much as he should, and so on. But it's just that if you don't understand, what are you speaking about? You see, in a similar way, like this is complete misrepresentation of Gödel's incompleteness theorem. You could have made your point very easily by simply just invoking Aristotle. Why is it that you want to, quote big names like Aristotle is not a small name, but it's just like unknown names by the common people, like Gödel's incompleteness theorem, which sounds super fancy. You could simply use Aristotle, who's much more well known and who has worked on this, and you could avoid misrepresenting Kurt Gödel. Anyway, so this is what really I wanted to talk about, and I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Please comment down below of on what sort of content you would want to see. Do you prefer this sitting format wherein I come and talk to you just like this, or do you prefer the other snappy editing kind of videos, or do you want like a good mixture of both kinds? If you could comment down below, it'll be really helpful for me to know this and to cater to you appropriately on this channel. So that's really about it. Have a nice day, guys.